We are live. Turbine guy coming back at you. Day 86 of the C-Note saga. You can see it right behind me. Now, I just checked a few minutes ago. Nothing from the judge yet, and I have not heard from my contact at the court, the media contact, so nothing so far. But there is news today. If we remember, the defendant had an extension until Friday to file their reply to the claim, and the reply to the claim has been filed, and it's just what we thought it was going to be. You know, the trailer's safe, we've done this before, we should be able to move it and all that. But whenever someone files a claim against you, you have a chance to counterclaim them. And that's what happened here. And I gotta say, this Frederickson and Byron, PA, seems to be right on the spot and right on the money with their reply. I don't have time to go through the whole thing right now. I'll make another video and I'll go through the whole reply so you can see what it all says. But there is some pretty interesting stuff, because there are actually 6 counts of unconstitutional actions by Hennepin County that are specifically called out for by the defendants. And the defendants are most definitely seeking compensation as well as their own form of injunction in order to get the boat taken care of and be compensated for what they claim to be an unlawful seizure or illegal taking. Those are pretty big legal words. And if you can prove them, it really means something. Now, count 1. I'm just going to run through the counts really quick that are there. Remember now, I haven't heard from the judge or the court. The order's not out yet to move the C-Note, but the response has been filed. And not only is it a response, there's 6 counterclaims, actually 6 counts in the counterclaim. Count 1, 4th Amendment, U.S. Constitution, unlawful seizure under 42 U.S.C. 1983. That's count 1. Count 2, Article 1, Sections 8 and 10. Under the Minnesota Constitution, unlawful seizure. Count 3, 4th and 5th Amendments, U.S. Constitution, deprivation of procedural due process, 42 U.S.C. 1983. Number 4, Article 1, Sections 7 and 8, Minnesota Constitution, deprivation of procedural due process. Count 5, 5th and 14th Amendments, U.S. Constitution, taking, T-A-K-I-N-G, 42 U.S.C. 1983. And last claim, count 6, Article 1, Sections 8 and 10, Minnesota Constitution, once again, taking. So we've got 2 claims each for unlawful seizure, 2 claims for deprivation of procedural due process, and 2 claims of taking, both related to the Minnesota and U.S. Constitutions. Now, that is quite the boom, punch right back at the prosecution for what they're doing. Now, I'll run through their prayers for relief real quick, and they're demanding a jury. You remember the county demanded a jury. Well, these guys are now demanding a jury. Their prayers for relief for Paul Berquist, Ben Wilson, Superior Dreams LLC, and U.S. Boat and Recreation. Now, that's interesting, because U.S. Boat and Recreation isn't in this lawsuit unless somehow they've been added that I haven't been told about, which means they haven't been added yet, because of course the Turbine guy would know, right? Each demand a jury by trial on all claims and issues in this lawsuit, triable by jury. So if you can have a jury, they want one. And who wouldn't on this? Wherefore, defendants respectfully request the court to, number 1, dismiss the complaint with prejudice, as in, you're done, county, you ain't coming back. Number 2, enter a judgment awarding damages to Paul Berquist, Ben Wilson, Superior Dreams, and U.S. Boat and Recreation in an amount to be determined at a trial. So what they want is basically the trial not to be whether or not they can move this or the county is going to take it or anything like that. What they want is a trial to determine how much moolah they get. Number 3, enjoin the county and all of its agents, officers, employees, and representatives against further violations of Superior Dreams, U.S. Boats, rights, protected by the United States and Minnesota Constitution. 4, award Paul Berquist, Ben Wilson, Superior Dreams, and U.S. Boat and Recreation their costs and disbursements, including attorney's fees as provided by the law. And 5, grant any other relief the court deems equitable. Well, they always throw that one in for fun, right? So this is super duper interesting. The gloves are off now. The defendant's counsel has come out swinging and saying, hey, whoa, let's put a break on this. You have illegally taken that boat. It's an illegal seizure, illegal taking. Not only that, you violated our due process rights along the way with your gotta get it done right now attitude, claiming that there's a super duper emergency, which we can see the boat's still there and it hasn't moved. So quite interesting how this turned out. Once again, haven't heard from the judge today. 6 constitutional claims, 3 for the Minnesota Constitution, 3 using the U.S. Constitution, and they're looking for attorney's fees and more, which will not be cheap for the county if they got to cough that up. From what I heard, Frederickson and Byron is not your bargain basement law firm. There you have it, folks. Constitutional violations claimed by the defense. I cannot wait to see how this turns out. Turbine Guy, signing off.